Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to this reading. My name is Zane, and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the week of January 3rd. So, Aquarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, Aquarius, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me, please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if you want to get to know me more, you can give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I think we'll take this. I normally don't take these, but we'll put the Fool somewhere over here. So, just a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you're one of those people that watches my content and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if you're just watching me for the first time. So Aquarius, let's see what we have here for you. And we'll put that up there, make sure everything's in view. All right. And I think that looks just about good enough to me. So you have this Fool card here, bonus card. I don't know why, I just feel like I need to take it, but we'll continue here. And energy on the bottom, you have the Ten of Pentacles, rather. This is an incredibly positive card. This is all about your sort of harvest arriving, if you will, because you've gone through the Ace here, which is very interesting that you pulled it, from the Ace to the Ten of Pentacles, and you are now given some sort of material reward, or just some sort of reward here at the end of, you could say, the tunnel, right? Like this card is almost like, and you can even see the symbolism here, is almost like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The problem is you have to go across the rainbow first, right, in order to get it. And so for me, this can mean culminations for you in the material realm. It can mean money being passed through generations. If you've been like waiting around for an inheritance, or there's been something around an inheritance, which for some of you there may be, this could certainly be news of that. It could also indicate your need or your desire to build a legacy in your life, like to do things that are not low time. I'm going to use a different term. Not things that are quick wins, but instead things that build for you over the long haul, right? That's this Ten of Pentacles, where it's like you're looking at your legacy and your sort of your time horizon, right? And so let's go ahead and put this down here. Now you have the Fool here with the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So for me, the Fool is coming in telling me that you, with this Ace of Pentacles, like you are about to go on a massive journey somewhere new, Aquarius. Like this is like new beginnings on steroids. This is new beginnings times 10 multiplied, right? And the reason being is the aces always indicate new beginnings, but the Fool is a bigger new beginning that any ace could provide, because the Fool starts off all of the tarot. Okay, it's the Fool's journey through the major arcana, and by and large the or to a greater extent the entire tarot deck, right? And so the important part here is, as you have this Ace of Pentacles here, it's extremely important at this time, if you're looking to get something off the ground here materially, you know, that might be a new apartment, getting a home, making an investment, getting a new job. It's important that you do this without attachments to the old you, which is what the Fool talks about here, okay? And so instead, just allow whatever gifts the universe is trying to provide you at this time to help guide you, which the universe is clearly giving you something here with the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles here. So in the past, you have the Three of Wands, the Judgment, and the Four of Pentacles. So this Three of Wands here is an incredibly positive card. This is all about growth and expansion on the horizon. Major card of growth. This person is sort of looking out to the shoreline, looking out to the ocean and thinking to themselves, I have the entire universe, I have the entire ocean in front of me. and I get to do whatever I want from this point. It represents like a small win, and it says that like small wins build up to big wins over time, Aquarius. And so for some of you, you've recently spent some time thinking, because this upper row is the row of your thoughts, about what it is you can do to expand your current situation and grow within your current situation. You have the Judgment card as well, which is an extremely spiritual card. This is about some sort of inner calling that I feel like you are being guided towards here with the Three of Wands above to really pursue at this time, especially as you have the Ace and this random Fool card that came out of the pile. And so with this Judgment card, it can say that you have there's one thing in your way here that's holding you back from attaining enlightenment, and it's the only thing that you need to work through, which might be this Eight of Swords here. I do feel like that is the case, but there's an inner calling here that's sort of shaking you right now and saying, Aquarius, hello, follow this, hello, take this, Aquarius. You also have this Four of Pentacles as well, which is all about potentially financial stability. You may be thinking about the things that you can do to increase your financial stability, to increase your position in some ways, but this person here also needs to let go at the same time, because they're holding on. This is the broader message of the Four of Pentacles, which is they're holding on to these pentacles too tightly. Okay, they feel like there's never going to be there will never be any more money, and that could not be farther from the truth, because the universe is an infinitely abundant place, and there are always opportunities available, especially with the influence of the Three of Wands and the Judgment card. So do keep that in mind. There are always opportunities here. You might be getting one with the Ace in the middle of the Ten of Pentacles below. So in your current situation, you have the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. The thing that's holding you back towards attaining this enlightenment or this new beginning here, potentially, is this Eight of Swords. This is really an opposite card of the Fool. Okay, the Eight of Swords is somebody who is trapped in fear. They have attachments to the past that they are being blinded by, as you see the blindfold here. And these attachments are now creating this sort of mental imprisonment here around them. And so with this Eight of Swords, it really says, can you do something to remove the blindfold at this moment? I feel like when you take that blindfold off, you're going to be like, whoa, I'm looking out to the edge of the universe. Like everything's in front of me. Everything's here. Like the person in the Three of Wands, like the Fool and other interpretations of the Fool, they're at the edge of a cliff, ready to literally free fall off of a cliff, not knowing if they'll land or not, right? And instead just allowing the universe to guide them. And so for you, it's like taking this blindfold off, letting go of whatever's trapping you at this moment. You also have the Hierophant card, which is all about structures, routines, potentially the place that you work. I always like to say that this is like the place that you work. This can also mean like stability in your structures. I actually don't normally read routines and structures with the Hierophant, but for some reason it came forward, so let's go ahead and stick with it. But, you know, traditional way of operating, like maybe you're somebody who like needs to start getting up at 5 a.m., working out and eating breakfast and getting in the office at 9 a.m., right? It's like this traditional sort of energy with the Hierophant, old school type of energy. And I get the sense that some of you, I do like to read the Hierophant as a card of non-conformity in most cases, and I think Aquarius's would absolutely resonate with me on non-conformity. I'm Aquarius and Aquarius moon, so I'm with you on that. And I feel like if anything, you're looking to expand something. You're not necessarily looking to do something traditional here, and instead you're looking to maybe take this new beginning that's just being gifted to you. In the future, you have the World, the Hermit, and the Ace of Wands. So I like this because the Judgment card is you're like at the precipice of the world here. You're almost there, and now you're getting there. Okay, you're summiting the world here with this energy. This is major completions. It's Saturn energy. You might be in your Saturn return, but it doesn't matter if you are or you aren't. It's just a coming of age. You are completing a cycle, and you're being given a major victory or reward, which is also implied with the Ten of Pentacles, very similar. Yeah, you have this Hermit card, time to find the light within you, not just within the lantern, but also within you, as you sort of travel the universe for answers and knowledge here. And, you know, the thing is, the Hermit can suggest that the answers are not necessarily outside of you at this time. They may not come from someone else. They're going to come from within. Along with that, you have this Ace of Wands, which is a powerful new beginning in your life. Again, we have double aces here. I just recognized that, actually. And the Fool. I mean, the new beginning of the new beginning, right? The Ace of Wands is, I always like to say, like, it is one of my favorite cards. I have a lot. It's hard for me to decide, but I love the Ace of Wands because there's probably the best card for starting a business or starting something new is the Ace of Wands, especially with the Fool. So let's go ahead and get started here. Clarifying, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Also really appreciate you being here. Hope things are going well for you, and check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. So let's see what we get here for you, Aquarius. Okay, you have Lady Portia, divine order, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay, that's divine law and order here at play. Yeah, yep, this is what's happening here. Non-conformity. You have White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now, as well as Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow miracles to occur. Feel protected and provided for as you do something against the grain. Okay, you're doing something that maybe your ancestry would not have done. You're doing something that maybe your parents or your family does not necessarily understand why you are doing it, but you are doing it, and there's a reason for that here, Aquarius. So you are absolutely not conforming to something, and I get the sense that you're excited about it. Let's see what else we get. Let's pull some additional messages here. All right. Recovery, romance, trust. Okay. So that's a pretty positive message of, I don't know what's going on with the romance energy. I did not feel that coming in any other part of the reading here. But since you pulled it, you know, there could be something going on there. It may mean that somebody wants you to get married, because the Hierophant's also a card of marriage, and you're just like, I don't need to be married right now. I'm enjoying life, or whatever is the case. Like, someone may have expectations of you, and I feel like this is a sign from your guides, your spirit guides, the universe, your spirit team here, to just trust what you know, which is what the Hermit does. The Hermit's on the path of the Sage, and at the end of the day, you know what's best for you. So let's see what else we get here, Aquarius. All right, so you have the Eight of Cups, the Death card, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this Nine of Wands is really standing your ground here. It's a major card of perseverance. Okay, the worst thing you could do when you get the Nine of Wands is to give up. And, you know, it says that you are, once again, there's this energy here of you being at the finish line. You will cross the finish line here, but the Nine of Wands in particular is like, you're almost there. Like, you're literally almost there. And this person would be not in a good position if they gave up, right? So you have the Death card and the Judgment card. The Death card is major transformations in your life. It does not imply negative change. It's extremely misunderstood when people watch tarot readings or start to read tarot for the first time. The Death does not literally mean death or dying. It's a metamorphosizing. It's the death of the old you. It is like butterfly energy, right? Like you're becoming a new you. And the Death card here is letting go of that, whatever attachment you have to the past, and instead moving forward with the newest version of yourself. The Eight of Cups is, again, walking away from the old you here. Okay, so, you know, I get the sense that some of you are just not conforming and not doing what other people want you to be doing, and that's okay. What else do we have? We have the Five of Cups, we have the King of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands, this is clearly causing internal conflict, internal tension here for you, okay? Inner turmoil going on here. You can see there's turmoil on the card, there's a conflict happening. Really, they're fighting, they're battling to win the reward of the Six of Wands, which would be the next card. But for you, this is, you know, clarifying with that Eight of Swords, which is all about this internal struggle here, this internal sort of you being your own worst enemy energy. And, you know, I get the sense that some of you here are Like that's the one thing that's in your path towards achieving enlightenment. Okay, just to go back to it, it doesn't surprise me that you got that Five of Wands at all. It also does not surprise me that you got the King of Wands in the middle. It does not matter what gender you are. These are just masculine and feminine energies. You can take the energy of any card. The King of Wands is the classic entrepreneur. Some of you, it's now becoming clear to me, are looking to start a business, looking to start something on the side, starting a side hustle, or just starting your own business. And it may mean leaving your job. I will tell you, I left my job to do something completely different, and it ended up being a tarot reader on YouTube. Okay, people thought I was absolutely crazy, but guess what? It's worked out well for me. And you have this energy here of you with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, the World and the Ten of Pentacles. This eventually working out, it will take time, but you have this big idea and you're moving into a new version of yourself. Let go of disappointment, okay? No need to stand in disappointment at this time. I'm not telling you not to feel, but you have all of these major victories. Your traditional structures here with the Hierophant, they are disappointed, but that doesn't matter, okay? That's their projection onto you. You have the Six of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups, wow, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you now have 3 aces in the Fool. I mean, bingo bango, here you go. What do you want? Everything's available, Aquarius. Whatever you want here is yours at this time, okay? Queen of Pentacles, you're a lot more capable than you give yourself credit for. Queen of Pentacles is extremely capable in business and with money, finances, business, budget, planning, all of those sorts of things, especially as you have the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So you're ready to handle this, okay? Now, obviously, I know that not everybody here is going to be starting a new business. It may be that like some of you are like leaving to do something completely different and people don't understand, even if it's just taking a different type of job, but you're doing it here. And with the World and the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups here, just take time to stop and smell the roses as you precipice the top of the world, as you complete the cycle of the world, and reflect on the good times. Let go of whatever's holding you back here, all right? You also have this Page of Pentacles on the bottom, which is a new financial start or offer coming in, which is big in this reading. It's coming in very clearly here in this reading. So let's see what we have here for you. All right, let's pull some Kipper cards. Okay, so you have bad health, lovers, official person, child, occupation, and change. Wow, that's clearly being spelled out here for you, Aquarius. Occupational change. You know, the change card indicates like moving to a new place, like bags are packed, cars ready to go. You're moving out of this apartment in the background, but in this case, you know, you're packing your, you know, you're packing up your office, like you're booking it out of there, right? And you're doing something new. And really, I feel like this is a return to your child self, which is implied here with the Fool. Innocence and the Child card is like a major energy of your child self, what you've always wanted to do, as well as whatever it is that you're walking away from is because it may have been seeping into your health. It may have just been like negative thoughts, negative people, negative toxic energy around you. You're walking away from that. You're doing something you love, doing something you truly love. Official person, I always like to say, is like my human resources card. Like, but I strongly feel like many of you are like starting something here, like on your own. But there may be like experts who can help you get your project, your idea off the ground or something. But thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think. Maybe share this video with a friend. Check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I'll see you in the next one.